everybody, welcome to A Crafter's Story. It's Celeste here, and thank you for stopping by. If you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button and the like button if you like this video. That really helps me grow my channel, and I really appreciate your support. Thank you very much. So I have not done a Twinchy Tuesday challenge yet, and I keep watching other people do these, and I just got to get my act together and join in the fun. So a twinchy basically is a 2x2 little piece of art, 2x2 inch little piece of art. And I'm going to kind of start here while I'm talking, otherwise you're just staring at a white piece of paper. But I'm going to do a background on a larger piece of paper. This is some of my watercolor paper, just because it's a little thicker. Get this. And I thought maybe what I can do is do the Twinchy Tuesday challenge, which is hosted by SassySouthernNCGirl. And I'm going to combine it with Terry from Talon's Place and Kim's Inspired Life. They have a I guess a collaboration challenge as well, called Enjoy Green with Us. And I thought, well, you know, with St. Paddy's Day coming up, or St. Paddy's Day is here, let me combine the two and see what I can come up with some twinchies. And maybe I'm not going to do an entire you know, I don't know how many twinchies I'm going to get out of this piece of paper, but we'll kind of see. So first of all, I'm just using a bunch of different colors, and they are all my folk art colors. This is Hazy Moon, some bright green, some berry wine, cobalt hue, mystic turquoise, and this jade shimmer acrylic. And all I'm going to do now is take just an old gift card, and I'm going to just randomly squish this paint all over the place, and it's going to create like a marbled effect. You can already see how the paint is sort of coming together, and because I keep moving, the idea, the hope is that I don't get a muddy mess. I think I'm going to have some more definition of some of the colors in like over here with the brown or the berry wine. What did I call it? I called it, yeah, berry wine. I'm gonna hold this down. So that's it. I'm just going to leave this now to dry. And I think there's a little too much brown in places, I think over here. And since I'm going for that sort of St. Paddy's Day green idea, I'm going to... Which other one should I put in there? Well, let me spread the green first and see what difference it makes. Okay, that definitely helped, and now it's a little too much green, so let me put in some of the sort of creamy color. It's Hazel Moon, I think they're calling it. Yeah, that way I get a little less of the brown. I don't mind the brown, but not quite as much, eh? All right, that's going to dry, and then I'm going to cut it up, and... There's too much of the white. And I'm going to cut it up and see what we get out of it, right? Well, the paint is all dry now, and I cut up that large piece of paper. I think it was a 9x12 watercolor paper, and I was able to get 14 of these little 2x2 twinchies out of it. So I'm preparing this for a project because I thought maybe I could... I think this one's overlapping, so I just want to move it a little bit. It's okay if some of that masking tape sticks out, that's fine. So 14 of these little guys. And then I also was able to get out 4 sort of ATC size. These are the 3.5 by 2.5 inch little sort of ATC size piece of paper. Then I also got these little, I think it's a 1 by 2 roughly little pieces that I can use as labels in a journal. And then lastly, 2 tiny little strips like that size that also sometimes I'll take one of these and I'll put a little word here and then ink around it, and then it just becomes a little accent on a page in a journal or on a card. But for the twinchies, I was going to try and do something a little more St. Patrick's Day themed. And while the green is here, I don't know. I keep thinking of fields of flowers for some reason. And now that I've cut it out and reassembled it into a kind of a page, I suppose, all the pattern is not the same. I'm going to see if I can get this little guy to touch, because I want to do something that I've been doing a lot of lately, and that is sort of doing a collage paint type project. So today I'm using a lot of my folk art. This one is the Rose Shimmer Metallic. I am also going to use my color shift in the Yellow Flash. And then I've got the Pure Orange in the Satin. I have got the Green Flash in the color shift, all folk art. Whoops. And then I have the Metallic Peridot, that one. Okay, and I have already put them all out into my little palette. So I thought maybe I would just take a brush and just put that down over there. Put down sort of rough flowers. I can already see I don't think I have enough of the orange put into my palette there, but just rough flowers here, there and everywhere. Because then when I pull these little 2x2s apart again, I haven't really worked on a composition so much as much like collaging, right? Where you would, I'm trying to get as much coverage there, much like collaging, right? You are going to get different looks. I'm just going to put this orange straight on here because taking it out of the palette is tedious. And I'm almost deliberately going so that my flower is straddles, I guess straddle is a good word, straddles some of the joins, so that when I pull it apart, there's only going to be half a flower on the one side. And I started off by trying to do petals, and now, nah. Who needs petals? I'll just do this sort of round flowery shape. Make sure I've got all the coverage in there that I need, and I should have brought water with me, and I didn't. I think I have a little bit of water here just to clean my brush off, like that. And I think what I'm going to do next is clean off this brush and get in some of, go away. Get in some of this, oh my gosh, look at what I did. Well, okay, there it is. I will just have to now put this great big old pink metallic flower here. It's okay. I don't have a lot of the pink. Let's put one here as well. And maybe I should just speed up this video, because I think this is going to take a minute to get everything covered and stop talking. So all my little twinchies are dry now, and it's time to pull them apart, or to take off the masking tape off the back. So I think I'll just kind of pull it off from the back like this. And then I thought maybe I could give each one a little, like a little word, you know, just something that sort of identifies. They're a little stuck together. Okay, yeah, some of the, might have to actually cut some of these loose, because the acrylic paint can act a little bit like plastic, and so it would, there we go. So there's one, and two, and I'm not going to worry about the order necessarily. See if I can, I don't want to pull too hard and then I'll end up pulling the paint, pulling the paint off the paper. I don't want to do that. Let me try and go this way, and here we go. Sorry guys, it's taking a little longer than I expected. I thought I could just pull them apart. Nothing ever happens as I plan. Which is probably why I don't plan, right? My plans never work out. Alright, so I think, there we go. Got them. So I have some of these little words, and I'm going to just start, especially ones like that where there's a whole bunch going on, and I'll put a little bit of glue there. Maybe the word wish can go there, and then this one can have, it says, maybe we'll do it that way, and I'll say strength. So you guys get the idea, right? I'm going to just take each one of them and just give them that one little bit of extra something something. This one says possibilities, and let's see, and this one says courage. So I'll keep going and get them all, get little names on all of them. I don't want to rush it, and I feel like I'm doing that because I don't want to take up your time. But I have all these little sayings here that I'm going to add to my little twinchies, and each one is then going to look just slightly different. And I might want to even come in with some paint pens, like a black, which I don't. Oh, I do have black pen. Oh my gosh, when I want something quickly, I can't get it. Got it. Maybe a black pen on some of them, and just add some veining to the leaves. So, you know, nothing's going to be completely finished yet, but I get to play a bit more. All right, you guys. Well, thank you so much for sticking around with me and going through this journey of creating my first ever twinchies. And I am excited to go and now share them with family and friends. All right, well, we'll see you next time. Bye.